Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. We take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything. If I don't catch a wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. We're starting with the Oracle decks for an intuitive vibe, and then I'll move on to the Crow Tarot for a more traditional tarot spread. At the end of the video, I always post the pictures of the spreads for you to follow along, check out if you want. All right, so we got right off the bat. Okay, Gemini, a new start is coming, new moon. So new start coming. Yeah, something new coming in here. I want to say it's like totally new. There's something new coming in. Or there might be a new way to, a new start to something that you've already done, like okay, let's start again. Like sometimes you have a conversation and it goes off the rails and you can be like, okay, you know what? Let's just start over. Let's pretend none of this happened and let's start over. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on who you're talking to and what level of adrenaline they have going on at that moment or what's happened already, right? But a new start is coming. It might be a fresh start with somebody old or with something old. But I get the feeling right now that it's just this totally new thing. You've maybe dreamt of it or thought of it, but there's a lot unknown here. There's a whole heck of a lot unknown, unseen. You know, that's the definition of the new. It's where's this all going? And we haven't even begun to unfold where this is all going. So, new start coming. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? But this to me is always a card of shifting sands, shifting waters. The path is shifting, right? You're here. You want to go here. You may end up having to go all the way around over here. It's like on the beach when those rivers that meet the ocean, they can shift and the tides coming and going, and the way you got somewhere may not be the way you get back. So a lot of shifting things. A new start is coming, but it's going to be really unclear. I mean, that's what I was getting here. A lot unknown. There's going to be a total lack of clarity here about where this is going, where you're ending up. You do have a goal. So I love that this is like, you know, trust that you're going to reach that goal. Trust that you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure this out. You have a goal in mind, but it is going to take a little work. You may end up going to the left for a while and then the water, everything shifts, you got to move to the right. So being flexible with how you get somewhere, but knowing that you can figure it out. So a lot of flexibility is being called for. Again, we're just moving in total darkness here. We're moving into something totally new territory. We don't know what's going on. So just remaining flexible, highly mobile, flexibility of the mind, right? We still have this goal here, but we're going to be very flexible in how we get there. We're going to roll with the punches. We're going to go with it. We're trusting that we're going to get where we're going, but we may have a little bit of a unique path to get there. We also have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like this can also be respecting boundaries, but where do you need to establish? What's pulling at your energy? What depletes you? What wants more from you than you can give? Sometimes this can be so hard to suss out what exactly, like, that you're giving too much, or that you need a better boundary. You need to be able to say no better. You know, some people have giant boundaries and their better boundaries be a little more porous. Let some people in, negotiate a little, be willing to negotiate, touch. With other people, you know, it's sort of part of really all relationships is there's got to be some negotiation that goes on there. And other people need better boundaries in that they need to be able to be like, well, actually, I don't want to do, that's my line. I'm not doing that. That's my line. That's where I end. I don't want to do that. So establishing better boundaries, making sure, you know who you are, you know what you want, and what you want is got to be more than for everyone around me to be happy with me. So that can't be what you want, right? So that's a porous boundary of just wanting other people to be happy and you're just going to adapt to what everybody wants. So you need to be setting good boundaries, respecting boundaries as well, right? It's a two-way street, but setting good boundaries, making sure that you know what you're willing to do, you know what you're not willing to do. You know what's going to make you happy other than other people's happiness. And you're staying with that, right? There's always room to negotiate. We got to have a little bit of that. Otherwise, we're just dictators going around telling everybody, you know, I don't know. You can isolate yourself that way, but you can lose yourself if you don't stay clear on who you are and say no to depleting energies. A lot of people might be wanting something from you, might be grabbing at you, might be, right, we see a lot of grabbing at you. A lot of people wanting something from you, and you've got to be like, hey, actually, no, not okay with me. Not able to do that. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, to-do list, and possible outcome. I love this. Again, we've got some repeated energies from previous readings this week already. And I love that sense that we're having a collective experience, but the energies affect each of us differently. In your recent past, you have King of Wands in the upright, which is a very nice way for the King of Wands to be. You can ask Aries about that. So this is somebody, or you or the energy of the situation. Really, there's a leadership here, obviously, with our kings. Our kings are very externally focused. They're focused on the world around them, and they're able to lead and command the energies around them and the people around them. So there's a lot of leadership here. It's very intuitive leadership. It might be creative leadership. There's a right to lead. There's a sense of having mastered enough to be able to lead. And there's a sense of, oh my gosh, what is up with people? I'll tell you when I get there. Okay. So, but there's a sense of mastery, a right to have this designation. A King of Wands listens to their own intuition. In a way, there's like a bit of being able to pull off some magic, some walking on water. They're very alive, and people follow them because they're very alive. This lion has submitted to this crow. The crow is the king of the lion, right? Here in this picture. And the lion has submitted, not because he's been beaten down. This lion still feels very proud, but he's willingly able to follow the crow because he trusts the crow. He trusts the crow's vision. So this is someone with a vision, with a creative vision, who has some sort of right to lead, some sort of leadership. They see the light. They have, they're in touch with their own intuition. They're in touch with the flows of energy in life. And they're able to lead from that place with willing followers. People love to follow this and sort of submit and allow this crow to lead. In the current situation, you have Ace of Swords. So you have truth and epiphany coming in here. Some sort of clear intellectual understanding or clear new communication. But this is a beginning. This is a beginning of a larger situation. So there's clear communication, precise communication, a clear idea, a clear epiphany, cutting through the bullshit, cutting through. There's roses here. There's red roses everywhere. Well, those are poppies, but there's 2 red roses up here at the front here. So this communication is very clear, cuts through the crowd, cuts through the clouds. It's a lot of clarity coming in very quickly, very suddenly, very clearly. There's a divine purpose to it. Yeah, I love this Ace of Swords. Damn, this is a good Ace of Swords. She really nailed this one. So clear. It just cuts through. And there's a divinity to it. There's a divine timing, possibly. There's something divine about this, or it comes from the universe. It comes from the divine. It's a very clear understanding, clear sight, clear communication. It's like a kiss. Did I show you the card? It's like a kiss from the divine here. And then in your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, there's 7 of Cups, overwhelmed by choices and decisions, not quite clear on what's going to make you happy. There's a lack of clarity here and a lack of clarity here. The path isn't clear, and this is what we're getting here. You know this, you're dealing with this issue. The path ahead is very unclear. Which of these options is going to make you happy? Typically, we see one standing out more than the others, but this artist didn't do this, and this is the deck we're dealing with. So what is going to make you happy? This is, you might be very worried about this choice, very worried about the decisions before you that you have to make. Like, what do you want out of the situation? There's been some really clear understanding and communication, and you are wondering what you want. It's almost like someone came in and said, you can have anything. What is it? And you're just like, whoa, was not prepared for this discussion. Do not understand. I don't know. What? I can have anything. And then your mind just starts like, oh my gosh, I could do this or this or this or this. So there's some indecision here. There's indecision. And you're feeling very indecisive right now about something. In your environment, you have Queen of Wands. So, see, this is the thing that Aries, Taurus, and you have all gotten. There's somebody in your environment that's causing you a lot of grief. This is someone who's really internally focused, or maybe not. Maybe they've lost touch with their internal focus. Like this Queen of Wands is reversed. We have this King of Wands back here, a highly intuitive individual, commanding presence. Again, this in touch with the divine, and they lead from that space, right? But our Queen in the reverse, this is like a bad witch, or this is like... this is a very difficult personality. It's almost like there's a controlling nature here. And they use their intuition to control. Is this you? Is this someone you know? It's a court card, so it's probably a person. They're not in touch with their own intuition. And if they are, they use it to control. This is someone who's using their intuition to control. Yeah, that's all I'm really getting here. They're either not in touch with their own self, or they've suppressed, they're out of balance. They don't have control over themselves. And they may be using that to control other people, right? That's what controlling nature is we don't have control over ourselves. We don't have control over our own, we don't feel like we can handle situations, anything that arises, right? So someone like this King of Wands energy, they can handle anything that comes up. They're in touch with their intuition. They can deal with it. They lead from a good space, right? But when we're not sure that we can handle whatever comes our way, then we externalize that need for control, any kind of lack of self-mastery we project onto the world, and we try to master the environment because we can't. How would we deal with that if someone was out of line? How would we deal with that? We wouldn't. So we've got to figure out a way to control the externals, because we're not in touch with ourselves enough to be able to say, hey, we can handle anything that comes our way. So we don't need to control other people. We don't need to control other situations. We get a say in our environment, but we don't have to control other people. But this Queen of Wands, she's very insecure, and she's using that, and that is the fuel. She's out of touch with herself, out of balance, or she or he, right? This person, out of touch with themselves, out of balance, and taking that out, trying to control and attempt to control others because they cannot control themselves, or they themselves are out of balance. In your environment, you have Page of Cups. This is a person, probably, maybe a younger person. This is a student. Or this could be something going on in the environment, something very surprising in your environment. See a crab here, could be a little Cancer there, but there's something very surprising going on, emotionally surprising in the environment. Maybe you're learning about something new, right? We have a new start. This could be this Page of Cups, learning about something new, a new beginning in something. The pages are learning about something, just discovering something, just realizing something. So maybe something very surprising comes to your attention and you weren't aware of it. And it's emotional, and there's some depth of feeling there, and you weren't expecting this, but there is a lot of curiosity. There is a lot of, what is this? And trying to understand some sort of emotional component. So there's something in your environment that's new. It's emotional. It could be new information that's triggering some emotions for you that has taken you a little bit by surprise. And then we have your to-do list. Oh, hello. Your place of greatest growth. You're looking for an opportunity to engage with this energy, not necessarily forcing it. My whole channel is very woo way. We're acting, we're moving, but we're moving with the energies, right? So moving with this energy, this death card, ending something so the new start can come, right? Look at this darkness here. This is reminding me of this death card, this new moon. It's the end of a cycle, but it's also the beginning of a cycle. Same thing. It's the end of something, and then we stand at the threshold, on the doorway, the threshold of something new. That's what this new moon looks like to me, and has. So this death card, something ends, something's freed, something closes off for you. Maybe you're setting good boundaries with this reverse Queen of Wands. This person needs good boundaries, needs you to set them too. But there's this death card, because they can't control themselves. They're not in touch with their own strength, their own inner power, so they have to exert it on someone else. If someone is over here exerting power on someone else, this is the only thing you can do for that. You have to set good boundaries. So this death card, though, this is the threshold, the new moon. The new moon sounds more hopeful. A new start is coming, right? But that's the point of the death card. We have to let something go in order for something new to come in. So this is a threshold, leaving one room and entering another. Yeah, you're entering a new room. Yes, you are. But this is telling us you're also leaving a room behind. So you're entering a new era, but you're also leaving something behind. This death card is leaving behind something that's no longer useful to you, that's no longer helpful for you. Letting it go, leaving it behind. I see, like, the spirit no longer needing this body, this corporeal existence. So leaving it behind. I don't need this anymore. This is not my path anymore. This situation, I'm not talking about literal death here, right? Tarot, that's not the kind of tarot reader I am. So, but we're leaving something behind. It's no longer useful to us. We're freeing ourselves from this thing that's no longer helpful, no longer useful, no longer what we need. We're freeing ourselves from that. In service of a new start, a new beginning, right? There's no life without death. We all require, at a very basic level, death in order to be here. We're all, made out of literally dead stars. We're made out of dead plants and all of our molecules have been around a million times in doing other things, right? And all those things had to end in order for all of these little bits and pieces to come together to make us. So we're basically made of death. So this is something that is in service of a new beginning, a new start, something new. But that thing's got to end. That star's got to explode or implode or whatever, right? It's got to end. So, and you got to end something. You got to bring an end to something. You need to stop something. It's no longer part of your life here. Your spirit is bigger than this. Your spirit is beyond this. It does not need this situation in order to thrive. You don't need the externals to remain exactly as they are, not in the way this person does. You don't need that. You can free yourself from this situation, free yourself from something that's holding you back, because your spirit is so much bigger than any one situation or any one specific incarnation or any one specific moment in your life. So So you're bigger than that. You're much more than just this one moment. So you're ending something. You bring your spirit with you. You bring your lessons with you. You bring everything, who you are, with you. But you're letting something go. In the spirit of life, right? And thriving. In your quest to thrive, we have to let things go. Ace of Pentacles here. Love it. Yes. What could be better? Letting this, and I was talking about just there's a physical sense here too of letting this physical thing go. And this Ace of Pentacles, this new physical thing. You've got an Ace of Swords here, clarity, a clear understanding and communication. And where you're headed, a new beginning. A new start is coming. Aces, 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 and a page here. A new start is coming, a new beginning, new start in reality. Something actually taking shape and beginning here in reality. The new body, the new moon, something new happening here, right? The new life, the new thing does come in. But first you have to let go of the old thing, and you have to completely release yourself of this. And then we got this new start, a real new start, a real new start for you, Gemini. I like it. Beginning something in reality. This could be a new job, a new home, a new car, something new, very physical, very real, very real. So lots of new stuff here, but you got to end something out, but you can. So. All right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. Thanks for your likes, subscribes, and comments. See you guys in a while.